Hey everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Afterthoughts. I'm your host, Agnes. Today we're taking some time to talk about high achievers and our relationship with happiness. Lord knows it is a struggle. Most high achievers really do struggle with this concept of being happy. We have been taught that you work towards a goal and then after is when the joy and the happiness comes. So we spend a lot of our energy head down, working on all the things, and then find ourselves frustrated, angry. But let's face it, if you're a high achiever, you're always working on something. So the finish line is never really finish line, because once you achieve one goal, you're actively working towards the next one. So when do you have time for happy? When do you have time for joy? When do you have time to actually celebrate the things that you have been working on? When you have been actively chasing the next thing, it's hard to really enjoy the moment because you're busy. You're working, you're strategizing, you're solving problems. You're doing all of these things while you're actively working towards achieving whatever the goal is. And a lot of times we don't really enjoy the process. We spend so much time in the work that the process is like, oh, I can't wait to get over this. Here I am dealing with all these issues. I do not want to be in this space. I'm ready to get to the other side. And that's normal. But what if we embraced a different way of thinking about this? What if we were going about this all wrong? Maybe it's not just about hitting the goals, but it's about enjoying the process. There's this concept that mental health professionals talk about, which I absolutely love. And it's this concept of embracing glimmers. Glimmers are small, positive moments that can bring a sense of safety, calm, and joy. Glimmers are those unplanned moments where you're out for dinner with your friends and the sun is shining perfectly, the drinks are flowing well, the conversation is amazing, and you find yourself in a moment where you're like, you know what, this is really good. Or it's that moment when you're sitting by yourself in the morning and you're having a cup of coffee, it's quiet in the house, it's just you enjoying your coffee, and it's like, you know what? This is really good. Those are those small little moments that are daily deposits into our daily hustle that bring us small little moments of joy. And I think that a lot of times when we're in the process of achieving or working towards something, we ignore them. You're like, it's just another day. No big deal. When the truth is, if we gave these little moments a little bit more of our attention, we would find that those little moments can create so much joy every single day, because they happen every day, whether we like to pay attention to them or not. So today I want to talk about how do we create moments where we're a lot more mindful of where the glimmers live in our lives. If you're a high achiever, a lot of times we have this mindset of, if this, then I'll be happy. I'll be happy when I achieve this goal. So it could be, I'll be happy when I hit 6 figures. I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll be happy when I buy the big house. I'll be happy when I finish this big project in my house. So there's always this if then statement. And that is really an old mindset. It's saying that I can only be happy when I achieve something, which a lot of times, if that is the mindset that we're embracing, then we're setting ourselves up for burnout, because a lot of times you're so busy doing the work to hurry up and hit this invisible finish line that you miss the small moments. And if we're honest with ourselves, the chase becomes endless. If you're ambitious, again, you always have something you're working for, whether it's personally or professionally. There is a goal always in mind. You're often thinking to yourself, well, what's next? I achieved this. What am I going to do next? So a lot of us operate in that space. But what if we started to embrace a new mindset? In this new mindset, imagine that success is not a destination. Imagine that your success is literally every single day when you are actively working towards your goal and making progress. And that is how you begin to start to pause and be more mindful of the small glimmers in your life. In fact, research shows that people who celebrate small wins and embrace this mindset of stopping to smell the roses tend to be more motivated, more resilient, and less likely to burn out. Research literally says that if we pause, that we stop rushing to get to the finish line, that if we start to literally embrace every single day, that we will be better people. That sounds like a win-win. Happiness isn't a reward for achieving your goals. Happiness is something that you can access every single day. And it's just a matter of shifting the way you view your life instead of only being fixated on the things that you need to do. So with that being said, I'm going to encourage you guys to try this simple exercise. And some of you may have tried it before. For others, this might be new to you, but it's this mindfulness exercise. It's forcing yourself to celebrate your small wins all the time, regularly, frequently. And it's this concept of creating a win wall, or what I like to call, if you're somebody who's busy and on the go, a win note, which is something you essentially just save in your phone. With this win wall or win note, what you will do is take some time to write down and create a visual of the small things that you're doing every day that count as a win. So maybe your goal is to finally drop them 10 pounds that you've been talking about for over a year. And maybe you haven't quite hit the 10 pounds yet, but you hit one, or you hit two, or you went to the gym once this week. It is taking the moments to write those things down and create a visual representation of them so you can see them. I like to have both. I say it's best to have a win wall because sometimes we don't even realize how many strides we're making every single day because our heads are down and we're so busy doing the work that we don't even realize, like, oh, girl, just 6 months ago, that was just an idea. Here you are 6 months later and you got a website built out. But a lot of times we don't see it because we're doing it. Being able to add something to that list or add something to that win wall creates that visual that helps you see your progress in real time. And that in itself creates joy. Something about seeing it reminds you, oh my goodness, I am genuinely doing the damn thing. And more conscious we are of the progress that we're making every single day. Not only does it give us this sense of achievement and make us feel good about the things that we're doing and gives us a sense of pride, but it also creates this sense of gratitude. It also gives you space to find joy every day. It could be something as simple as I had a phone call with one of my best friends and we had a key time. To me, if you're a busy person and you find that if it's not on your calendar, it's not happening, but you randomly have this great conversation with someone you love, that's a win. That's filling up your tank. That's making you feel better. If we start to embrace the process instead of just doing the work, not only are you working hard, you're working smart. And you're finding joy. That is how we start to cultivate balance. And I know there's a lot of rhetoric online basically saying that it's impossible to create balance in your life. And I'm here to say, I don't believe in that. I think that you can create balance in your own unique way, but it has to be something that feels realistic and aligned with your lifestyle. So for you, finding balance could be, I didn't cook today and I ordered DoorDash and I'm happy about it. That is something that you have to learn to cultivate every single day. So it's really letting go of that old mindset that if I do this, then I'll be happy, and embracing this mindset that I can be happy and joyful every single day. So with that, I hope that you give yourself some permission to enjoy the life that you are building every single day. You're working hard. Why not be happy and enjoy the moments as you work towards the things? Thank you guys for joining me today for another Afterthoughts episode. I will leave you with one more question. What small win did you have today? It's just that simple. I know you can find one. And I will see you in the next episode. Be sure to like, subscribe, share it with a friend. If you know someone who is struggling with just finding balance in their lives, they're working a little too hard, and you're starting to notice this, go ahead and share this post with them.